Oh, happy day, everyone. This is Yami Day, aka The Most May, coming to you live and on full alert. So, today we're going to be talking about we're actually going to be doing an accountability and affirmation April recap. Get ready. So, you might be wondering, what was accountability and affirmation April? Well, the number one thing that I learned was that I am capable. I am capable. I am capable of taking responsibility and ownership of the actions and choices that I decide to make. And that really is determined by me understanding that it starts with me making a decision, making the decision to want to take ownership of my life and the choices and actions that I've made. Not just that, but also identifying that my capacity to take responsibility lies in the effort that I put into it, the choices that I decide to make regarding that, and then the amount of work that I'm willing to do to hold myself accountable, truthfully. Okay, so I got an opportunity to share with you about Accountability April and Affirmation April, but now I'm gonna leave you with some nuggets, okay? I'm sprinkle them nuggets on you, aka some takeaways. So I'm gonna go ahead and share them. So, takeaway number one is being accountable equals taking responsibility and ownership of your life. What does that mean? That means that you are making a decision to say, okay, I am being responsible for my life. What has happened to me? What is going on? I am taking responsibility for the fact that I get to make a choice and I get to make a change if I want to make a choice and a change for my life. Next, or number two, making the decision to take responsibility and ownership of your life means making the choice to take action. You might say, well, what does that even mean? I don't know how to take action. I don't know what that looks like. Well, let me tell you. So basically, taking action means that all the things that are out of your control are no longer an excuse that you're using. An excuse for why your life isn't what or where you want it to be. An excuse for why you haven't started or finished that thing that you said that you wanted to start or finish. And you're no longer using the things that you're out of control as an excuse for why you are unhappy. Now, I want to put a disclaimer out there that things that are out of your control, yes, they are valid. Yes, they are real, but you don't want to keep your mind fixed and focused on those things, because if you do that, that will just simply keep you stuck. Instead, you need to understand that change requires movement. And movement actually requires making a choice. And making a choice requires effort. All right, so takeaway number three. Accountability starts with you and it ends in partnership, or it ends with partnership. What that means is you make the decision to take ownership and responsibility of your life, of your choices, of your actions. But then you partner with someone who you trust, to help you follow through with your decisions to be accountable to yourself. That's really important to know. At the end of the day, what does that look like? That looks like you become both accountable to yourself, but then you become accountable to someone else. It's really easy to say, I'm going to be accountable to myself. I'm going to take responsibility for my own actions. But when you're by yourself and you take a misstep, you mess up, or you don't do the thing that you said you were going to do, if you are the only one that is accountable to yourself, if you don't feel like doing that thing today, hey, nobody's going to know. But let's say you have an accountability buddy or an accountability partner, and they just do a check-in with you randomly. Hey friend, how's it going? How's that thing that you said you were gonna do? How'd it turn out? You're gonna feel really convicted, like, I didn't do that thing. Or in the moment when you're thinking about not doing the thing, you're gonna be like, so-and-so's gonna check up on me. So even though I don't want to do this, I don't want to deal with their wrath. Maybe not their wrath. I don't want to deal with them. I don't even want to deal with my own feelings of, I didn't do it when they ask me. So that's why it's important to not just be accountable to yourself, but to get an accountability buddy or an accountability partner. All right. So takeaway number 4, taking accountability, meaning making the decision, taking the action, and gaining partnership, and making the choice to have partnership and accountability indicates that you're both ready and serious about taking steps towards making change in your life. Again, just like what I said, it's so much easier to just make a decision and say, okay, I'm going to take action. But you know that it's real, and you know that change is real, like you're really serious about change when you not only make a decision, but you're like, okay, I am making a choice to change, and I'm doing it by doing X, Y, and Z. And not just that, but I'm going to tell so-and-so, because on days when I don't feel like it, they're going to hold me accountable. So it's kind of requiring you to change. But that's why it starts with a decision. And that's why when you have to make a decision, when you decide to take action steps, and when you decide to get an accountability partner, you know that you're serious about making change. So the fifth and final takeaway is affirmations, and using them can be a reminder of why you're being accountable in the first place. They can also remind you of what you're being accountable to. So, for example, let's say that I take the bus and I don't have a car, and it's so easy to have a negative mindset and a mindset of lack or deficit, and be like, if only I had a car. I hate waiting for the bus. Like, I have no freedom. I feel like I'm bound by not being able to move and operate the way I want to because I don't have a car. Instead of saying that, if I'm working on changing the way that I operate my thinking, or just in general, if I'm trying to utilize affirmations, instead I'm gonna say, I am a good steward of the things that I have. I am faithful with my little. So when I say I am a good steward of what I have, it makes me identify that there are things that I have, meaning there are things that I should be grateful for. It takes my mind away from the lack of not having a car, the lack of having to maneuver to take a bus, and it allows me to say, I am a good steward of what I have. That means that I have things. I have a place to sleep. I have food to eat. I have X, Y, Z. And then when I say I am faithful with my little, that means that even though I may have little, I am affirming myself. I am saying, even if I'm not faithful yet with what I have, I am affirming and I am projecting that into my reality. I'm saying, hey, listen, I can be faithful with my little, and I can be grateful that I have little. Because if I can be faithful with my little, if I could be a good steward of what I have right now, that means that when I get blessed with more, when I get the opportunity to receive more, I am going to already know how to manage all of that and have a good attitude about it. And if I happen to lose all those great things that I gain, I am still going to be able to maneuver because I was able to steward what I had, and I was able to be faithful with the little that I had. So those are my takeaways, and this is my recap for Affirmation and Accountability April. I hope that you enjoyed it. I just want to leave you with that. This is Iyamide, aka The Most May, coming to you live and on full alert. I am the key holder of a life that is my own. I want you to know that you're also the key holder of a life that belongs to you. I'm here to bring you that good news, and we're here together to build better habits. Bye.